What's going on, Destination Church? My name is Pastor Jantzen, and hey, we are coming up on the holiday season. Thanksgiving is this week. That's crazy to think about. And as you're going through your holiday season, I know there's a lot of pressure. You have family coming over. You've got to get your house ready. You got to make all the food. And not only that, there's a pressure, especially in American culture, to buy a ton of gifts, to get the perfect gift for the perfect someone. And we are right in the middle of our At the Movies series. Week 3, we watched a movie called Jingle All the Way, starring Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a really fun movie. Don't look it up on Rotten Tomatoes. Not a very high rating, but it's definitely worth the watch. And this week we kind of digested what the meaning of the movie could be and what it could mean to our lives. And as the story goes through the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger stars a man named Howard, and Howard's this really, really busy guy, and he has a son named Jamie. And Jamie and him always kind of go back and forth. Howard's not the most consistent dad. And so what happens in the movie is, Jamie's like, hey, you missed one of my karate tournament things to get another belt. And so Arnold Schwarzenegger, he sits down and he's like, Jamie, is there any way that I can make it up to you? Is there any gift that you really want? And what happens is Jamie's like, no. Well, actually, you could get me Turbo Man, and then starts like saying everything about Turbo Man and how it's this gift of the holiday season. And so the whole movie kind of goes along, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is doing every single thing that he can do to get this Turbo Man. He goes to stores, can't find him. He gets in fights with people. It's a really funny story. And but honestly, the thing that Pastor Bryan's message that stuck out to me was, this was his one thing to know. He said, Christmas is really about being present and not about opening presents. See, the thing about this movie is that Arnold Schwarzenegger was trying to buy, Howard was trying to buy a gift to make up for all the times that he missed, when really what his son really, really wanted was just for him to be present. And I think that's so true for all of our lives. I think sometimes we think that especially as the holiday season comes, that we think we got to do all these things to make up for lost time. But really what the best thing that you can do for your family is just be present. And I think the temptation is for everybody, and even myself, when you're present with people, we've all got these devices in our hands that go off so often, and it's so easy to be in another place while your feet are here, you're somewhere else. And so the message was really to challenge us. The one thing you got to know is that just being present with your family is the most valuable gift that you can give your loved ones. And so I'm so thankful in this holiday season. This is what it says in the scripture about God in our lives. I'm thankful that we don't just have a God that does things for us and gives us gifts, but we have a God that actually promises to bring his presence here on earth and in our lives. This is what it says in Psalm 16:11. It says, you will show me the way of life, granting me the joy of your presence and the pleasures of living with you forever. The joys of his presence. See, there is nothing better than the presence of God. And so as the story goes, Howard is looking for this present. And it's funny because Turbo Man actually has all these sayings that if you push a button on the toy, this is what he says. It says, you can always count on me. And it's kind of funny because Howard was the inconsistent dad that couldn't be counted on. And so the son was looking for something that he could count on, which is the toy. And in the story, it all culminates in this big Christmas parade where Turbo Man, the actual man, was supposed to come out on a float. And Howard, in a funny way, somehow finds himself as Turbo Man. And there's this big kind of fight between him and another guy. And then his son realizes that, all that he was missing in his life wasn't just the toy, but it was Turbo Man. It was his dad himself. And this was Pastor Bryan's one thing to do, is the gift that keeps on giving is being present. And so as we recap this whole video, the big thing that we want you to know is that it's so tempting to be other places, to be with other people, to have other things on your mind. But just like how the presence of God is with us, that is present with us always and always gives us its full attention, I just want to challenge you to do that with your family as you go through this holiday season. And we would love to see you back next week for our final week of At the Movies. And we will see you guys later.